Hey folks, this is Mark with OrientWatchUSA.com with CEZ05001B. Now this is part of Orient's racing collection, and you can tell from the side as well as the dial itself, it is an absolutely sporty watch. Now it's got a multi-case construction. I'm sure you can tell that when I'm wearing it, that it has a very complicated case structure. And seeing on the wrist like this really gives you a real good idea of what it's also, not only is it what it's going to look like on your own wrist, but I think it gives a better angle in which to judge a watch. And so there it is on the wrist. Let me go ahead and show you the other functionalities of this watch by first removing it. You'll notice that there's a safety. Go ahead and pull that out. And there's two push buttons on either side of the clasp. Depress both to unlock the clasp. You'll notice that it's folded in design, so once you want to close it again, you just want to refold the clasp and use a safety just like that. Alright, just again unlock this. You'll notice that it doesn't have any batteries in here. This is a mechanical watch. It uses Orient in-house movement. I don't have the caliber number handy, but you can take a look at the specs right on top. Hopefully you can see that there is absolutely no battery inside. So take a look at the balance wheel over there. I think it's kind of nice. You'll even see the oscillating weight is dressed, and as well as some of the components in there, which just gives extra class to the watch. And it has an exhibition case back, which shows you what you're wearing, because the watch's true value is actually inside the watch. Alright, so now that we have the watch off, I want to show you this case first. I told you before it's a multi-case construction, which means that there are several pieces that make up this case. You can just notice from the side, the front, and you'll see that there's many different, contours, different little shapes here and there. These are all placed to give I would say a more layered look onto the watch. I think they've succeeded with this piece on that. You'll notice that the band is fully untapered, except for the end link right over there. It uses all solid links. And take a look at the side of the bracelet. It's nice and thin on the edge, on the end links, because I think it's to help on the weight and the look of the watch. And you can see how the band works with the case. Like this. This is a good angle for that. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at that dial. It's quite complicated, so I'm going to take some time explaining the watch. The first thing that you'll probably notice is that there's this very nice material on the back over there. This is a racing watch, so what Orient did was they placed carbon fiber as the dial, which gives it a very nice look. You'll notice a couple functionalities there. You have a second hand right here by the 6 o'clock location. The date wheel is placed in this little sub-dial towards the 9 o'clock. Obviously you're very well familiar with the hour minute hand, but what we have over here is the power reserve indicator. But for those who are very familiar with Orient, this is a very, it's the hallmark of Orient, it's the power reserve indicator. So I think it's really important to explain this, but for those who are really interested, take a look on our product page and you'll see what's a mechanical watch. It's a flash explanation of the mechanical movement as well as the power reserve indicator. What a power reserve indicator is, in basic terms, is just a fuel gauge. I showed you before back there that this watch does not run on a battery. It runs basically on a spring. Now, if it runs on a spring, you never know exactly how much power you have in there until you have a power reserve indicator. From 0 means there's no power. 4 over there means 40 what? 40 hours. Currently, at this point over here, we have approximately 5 hours of power. I'm sure typically it says 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, but to keep the racing motif, they just placed it as an integer 4 for full. So typically you'll see a 10 by that first marker. So you'll clearly know that it's 5 hours. With 5 hours, it means with a mechanical watch that I can place the watch down for 5 hours and it's going to run without any sort of power, without any sort of movement, because as you move the watch, you'll notice that the oscillating weight over there, which is connected to the router, this will power the watch. So your movement is powering the watch. So if it's not moving, you can place it down for 5 hours, and you'll notice that every hour it's going to go down by 1 unit until it hits 0 and stops. Okay? I hope that this explanation has been clear to you, but if not, go ahead and press that button, ask Mark a question. Thank you very much. This is CEZ05001B. Hope to see you very soon.